James Ernest of the Grueling Truth Radio Network here with Katie Douglas. Katie, what have you been up to?
Well, ever since I retired from basketball, I kind of took a little time off and then found my passion, and now I'm a business owner. I bought a fitness franchise in Indianapolis, and I just opened my first one in Greenwood. It's called Orange Theory Fitness, and I'm actually working on my second studio, which will be located in downtown Indianapolis. Again, another Orange Theory Fitness.
Oh, nice. So the one in downtown will be right near your old stomping grounds with the Fever.
Yeah, that's the plan. I'm definitely excited. The first studio I opened was in Greenwood, and that's really my stomping grounds from where I grew up. So everything's coming full circle because, like you said, with the downtown one, that's more my adulthood, and super familiar with the downtown area, and I couldn't be more excited to bring an Orange Theory Fitness to the downtown area.
So what type of things separate Orange Theory from some of the other athletic facilities?
Well, what we are is we're very specific in what we are. So, like, we know what we do, and we do it great. We are 1 hour class-based total body workouts. What separates us a little bit from other people is that we all, every client wears a heart rate monitor, and those heart rate monitors are displayed in live time so that they can see the levels that they're working in. There's also a coach in every single workout running through the clients through the class. So it's an awesome workout. Like I said, it's total body, but it's for all fitness levels because we do have that heart rate monitor. So we know how to pull people back or push people a little bit harder and make sure they get an effective and an awesome workout in that 1 hour.
Nice. I hear the Lynxes are going to be sponsored by a heart rate company now.
Who? I'm sorry?
The Minnesota Lynx. I hear they're...
are they?
Yeah, I hear they just signed a deal with, it's one of those heart rate companies. Fitbit, yeah, it was Fitbit.
Yeah. So we have we have tons of clients that love Fitbit and Apple Watch. Myself, I'm a big Apple Watch user. However, Orange Theory has a huge team, corporate team, and then just an amazing franchise. And they've got their own technology. So it's pretty cool, though, because it really just specifically monitors your heart rate. So it doesn't try again. We know what we do, and we do things really well. We don't try to go outside of what we do really, really well. So the heart rate monitors that we have several different styles, but in essence, all of them just monitor your heart rate so that we can get the most accurate heart rate throughout that 1 hour workout.
Nice. I was going to say, throughout your career, you've been all about Indianapolis as well. Staying in Indiana and going to Purdue and winning that national title. How much did that mean to you, the fact that that national title was, shoot in your home state?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a homebody. I've had so many amazing experiences. Basketball's taken me so many places around the world. But like you said, I went to Purdue, and a big decision was that being home by my family. I was going through some tough times with losing my dad. So I just knew that I needed the support of my family and friends to kind of get through that difficult time. So choosing Purdue was the best decision because, like you said, we were able to win a national championship there in my home state. And then, like I said, to go around different cities and play in WNBA, then to play abroad. However, to win a championship again with the Fever, again, was truly, truly special. And to win it in Indianapolis in front of thousands and thousands of friends and family and people that have supported my career, my journey is just... it's something that a lot of athletes don't get to do, and I just feel very blessed that I was able to have that on my resume and have that experience.
Exactly, because a lot of times when athletes go home, Ken Griffey Jr., those type of things, unfortunately it doesn't work out the way they want, but yeah, definitely the state of Indiana has been kind to you, it seems.
Yeah, it's definitely, a huge Hoosier hysteria, a huge basketball state, so to have those kind of accomplishments and to win championships for the state and to be, I think, the first that when we won with the Fever and the first at Purdue, national champion. It's just to be a pioneer in that sort, in that realm is it's just truly special and nothing that can ever be taken away. And it's just special. The teammates, the memories that I have will just obviously last a lifetime.
How impactful was Coach Peck on your career, besides the college career, the pros?
Sure. I mean, she obviously was hugely impactful my first 2 years at Purdue, and then she took the job and went down to Orlando, and she actually drafted me to Orlando straight from Purdue. So obviously she was hugely impactful in getting me a start in the WNBA and kind of showing me the ropes. And then, when she went on and wasn't with Orlando and I was still down there, she still was a great mentor, a great coach, and a role model and a friend to me as I worked my way up through the food chain, if you will, in the WNBA. So she was definitely one of the most impactful coaches that I've had throughout my career.
Do you feel the Big Ten in basketball is currently underrated or overrated? Or rated properly?
It's hard to say because, obviously we had a shake-up this past year with the national championship, but national champion with UConn not winning. But I just feel like there's so much attention and focus on UConn and all the success that they've had, with rightfully so. So to say that the Big Ten is underrated, overrated, it's hard to say, just because they've been such a dominant team that they've been head and shoulders above the rest. And but I think the Big Ten has always produced really solid teams every single year. Maybe they don't get the credit. I know that when we were playing, we definitely did not get the credit. People would laugh at us when we said that our dream was and our goal was to win a national championship. So I'm sure it's probably the same kind of atmosphere, but definitely the Big Ten has tons and tons of talent, great players, and some great coaches. So I don't think that players really pay attention to the ratings. I think they just pay attention to trying to get wins and trying to reach their goals.
I know what you mean. Yeah, shooting with UConn just being so dominant. I mean, it's hard to even think about possibly beating them. But fortunately, I had the privilege of seeing them, and I got to see South Carolina play this year. And South Carolina had like 2 or 3 that just were so unbelievably talented. They haven't. I want to say it's Wilson that's coming back this year, and wow. I mean, she could have went and played in the WNBA this year instead of having to wait a year, but wants to get her education.
Sure.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how the landscape of women's basketball is changing. But you're right. I mean,
yeah, no, it's definitely, like I said, I think it was, I'm all about dynasties and having that at UConn. And no knock to them. Gina's an awesome, phenomenal coach in the program, and they have such a rich tradition. But I think it was definitely good that somebody else won for, at least a year. I'm sure he's repiling and restocking and going to come back at it, next season. But I think that overall, for me, I just would like to see programs continue to challenge, and whether it's UConn or what the other perennials, and make sure that there is some parity, because there is so much talent, spread throughout the country, that I like to see that parity.
So what was it like being the new kid in the WNBA?
Oh man, that was a long time ago, but it was it's what you expect it to be. I mean, you're called a rookie, but there wasn't anything too crazy, uncomfortable, if you will. It was just you knew your place, you knew your pecking order. You learned that you might have been the best player on your college team, but you are going to be a rookie, and you're going to have to earn it. And I respect that. I think that taught me a lot. Taught me a lot to respect my elders. There were some players on that team that were 37, 38 years old, and I'm just fresh 21. So huge age difference, with some of the older players. But it definitely taught me about how to work hard and to work for everything that you want.
How tough was the relocation with your original team? That seemed like that would be an interesting process.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely interesting because when I was drafted, obviously I was extremely excited to be reunited with Coach Peck, being in Orlando. Who doesn't want to live in Florida? So, I got the call, and I was actually overseas playing, and they told me, hey, the team is being relocated to Connecticut. And at that time, I'd never in my life been to Connecticut. So there's just kind of a whirlwind of emotions, if you will, just because I've never been there. Not sure what I'm really getting into, but literally from the time that I stepped off the plane, got into Connecticut. That franchise and that organization is just top notch. We were the first team that had never been owned by the NBA, so we were definitely a pilot, if you will, for that sense of the matter with WNBA teams just starting to transition from non-NBA owners. But that organization was, again, so first class and did everything the right way, with it even being that first year. But it was definitely a transition living from Orlando, going to Connecticut and being owned by a casino. There's all sorts of different things that were drastically different. But overall, I mean, we had a team, we had a court, basketball is basketball. And so it was an awesome experience to live out there and have that opportunity for so many years in Connecticut.
You had that big breakout year in 2006. After that, multi-time All-Star. What was it like? What do you feel clicked to change from, like you said, that the rookie where you had to know your place to in 2006 where you stepped up?
Yeah, I think it's just all about opportunity. It's all about timing. I think if you ask any professional athlete that's trying to make it and that has made it into the league, if you will, but on the depth chart, it's literally about getting some experience. It's all about opportunity. It's all about timing. It's about being in the right system. And in Connecticut, I was definitely in the right system with Coach Tebow, another huge influential coach in my career. And the timing and the opportunity was right. And that season, like you said, for me to have that breakout career and then just kind of continue to build on that every season. That's all. Like every season that I went into as a pro, I was continuing to build. Maybe it wasn't as obvious to some people, but it was to myself that I was continuing to get better. But then obviously 2006 was able to put everything together, had that opportunity and timing with Connecticut, our team, and then seize the moment, not be afraid of that moment.
Are you going to go to the jersey ceremony? I want to say it's tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight, and unfortunately I can't. I wish Tamika all the best, and I'm super proud and happy of her, but I'm actually not in Indianapolis right now, so, I'd love to have been, but the timing is not in my favor for this.
Any funny stories about her?
About Tamika? Oh, funny stories. I mean, I love when people ask me these questions, and you just have to rack your brain. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. She's just a goofball. No one particular story that comes to mind, but she's just the most caring, loving, the biggest-hearted person, and just at the end of the day, she is a little bit of a goofball. But that's what I love about her is, again, her huge heart for others, and just a great person. There's not anything. I don't think anybody ever says anything bad, but funny stories. She's just a goof.
We were talking about dynasties in the NCAA with Connecticut. Do you feel Minnesota is an underrated dynasty in the WNBA?
Sure. I mean, they definitely need to, be talked about as such. They've had that core in place for years and years, and I remember us having to go through them to win the championship. And on paper, I don't think many people would argue they definitely had probably a little bit more talent than us, but they definitely are a wealth of talent. I think they have 4 Olympians. So anytime you have that kind of talent in your starting 5, it's going to be tough to beat. And they've put things together and managed to, it's not easy to be on those super teams and play with that much talent, because what everybody knows they fail to sometimes recognize is that there is only one ball. So there's a lot of sacrifices that the Lynx have made personally, as far as personal achievements, and I definitely think that they're putting together something special to be talked about and to be down in history as one of the best teams.
How tough was it the injuries when they started kind of adding up there at the end?
Yeah, it was obviously very, very tough because I was so fortunate for about 12 years to never really have anything too bad to have to overcome. I think in Connecticut I might have broke my foot, but it was something where I was able to get back in about 6 or 8 weeks. And so I really hadn't had anything besides, a sprained ankle here and there. But then obviously when I came down on, I don't know, somebody's foot, and probably the worst pain I've ever felt in my ankle and in my leg. That was obviously devastating, and I knew right then when I did it that that was going to be a much more serious and severe injury that I've ever had. So that was obviously really tough, and then to have worked so hard after I had surgery on my ankle and to overcome that and to start getting back into the groove and to feel the things and the flow. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to kind of get that feeling back once you're coming off major injury. But then once I was able to do that and then have my back just literally go out, no warning sign, nothing. That was obviously super devastating to put me back into, that injured rehab state of mind. So it's two devastating injuries to come back from. And, I wasn't as young as I, was in the past. So it's not the easiest thing to do after you're, 30, 33, 34 years old. So I did the best I could. I feel like I was very, very, again, blessed to have played so many years year-round with no injuries. But then obviously, it happens for a reason. There's a plan, and no matter how hard I tried to fight that plan and tried to work hard and get back, at the end of the day, I'm super comfortable and just with my decision to try to play and then to finally say, I think that's enough. My back is definitely, needs some time to heal, and I want to have that quality of life for for post-basketball.
At the end of the career, you end up going back to the Suns and getting another All-Star Game appearance. Do you feel that was the most meaningful All-Star Game, or was it one of the earlier ones?
I don't want to say it was meaningful, but it was definitely gratifying to, again, to been in rehab with my ankle, come back, play, I think, 2 regular seasons of WNBA games, and then just, again, out of nowhere, really know that I messed up my back and out pretty much the entire rest of that season. And then I had surgery and didn't play basketball for the longest time that I'd ever had a layoff, about 8 or 9 months after I had surgery. So to have worked my way all the way back from having ankle surgery, not really playing, hurting my back, getting surgery, and then trying to come back, like you said, for the Sun and have a pretty solid season. Definitely was gratifying to know that, people didn't know how hard I rehabbed. I mean, I took it so serious because it was my back that we were talking about. I mean, this isn't something to play around with. So it was, 6 days, sometimes 7 days a week doing rehab for 5, 6, 7 hours of constant rehab and trying to get back to, a high point in my athletic career. So it definitely felt good to have made that All-Star appearance in that last year.
So with all the teams you played with overseas, what was your favorite place to go?
My favorite place to go or to live?
To live. My bad. To live.
To live. Oh man, a lot of people. I don't know. I think Athens was pretty fun to live. Big city. Sometimes headaches there, but Athens and then Valencia, Spain, right on the beach in Spain, was obviously very cool. I feel like I'm definitely a Mediterranean girl. I love the sun. I love the water. So those 2 cities were obviously extremely beautiful in their own respects and fun places to live.
I've spoke to a lot of players that say, the reason why they play overseas is because of the lack of funds in the WNBA right now. But I would think that there would be some players that, even if pay was, appropriate to what you all deserve, would still want those great experiences getting to play and learn in the other countries.
Sure. I mean, obviously, there's that, component of, experiences that are, let's say, priceless. So it's definitely the financial standpoint to go over there. But then, I don't know. It'd be an interesting question to ask players if they would go over there and play for free and just for the experience, because we are, athletes, and this is our livelihood, this is our craft, and we only have a certain amount of time to do this craft and to make this kind of money. So, but it's definitely an awesome experience and something that has really shaped and molded me as a person and as a human being to have had those experiences, to live in so many different cultures and be exposed to so many different nationalities, countries, lifestyles, I definitely appreciate a lot more than if I would have never been exposed to that or had those experiences.
Excellent. I greatly appreciate your time. Could you tell us a little bit more about how they can learn about Orange Therapy?
Sure. You can always go to www.orangetheoryfitness.com. Our personal page is greenwood.orangetheoryfitness.com. You can always find us on Facebook as well at Orange Theory. It's all one word, Orange Theory Fitness. Greenwood is the first studio of mine. The downtown location is coming soon. I'm literally in the process of securing that space and getting ready to build that out. So that's coming soon. But yeah, you can learn all sorts of things about Orange Theory on orangetheoryfitness.com or greenwood.orangetheoryfitness.com.
Excellent. Thank you, Katie. I greatly appreciate it. Have a great day.
Hey, thank you.